Good morning, all of you. How are you all? Hope you are doing good. Okay, shall we start today's class? Please look at the board. Yes, today we were in block 5. We already completed our block 4. I hope now you are very familiar with block 3 and 4. Okay. Then today our aim is use a KWL chart to explain meaning of the poem. So it's a new method. So, by using a KWL chart, we can explain our poem. So, everybody please take your English workbook, page number 31. There you can see S1 using a KWL chart. And here you can see 1, 2, 3 columns. Yes, indeed. Okay. So students, what do you think this KWL chart is about? Yes, KWL chart is a chart which contains 3 columns, yes indeed. Here we can see what I know, what I want to know, what I have learned. These are the 3 columns. And do you know what is KWL stands for? So please say, what do KWL stands for? Yes, we already said that KWL chart is a chart with 3 columns and K stands for what I know. That means what I know. Here K stands for what I know and W stands for what I want to know. And L stands for what I have learned. So, please look here. Here K stands for what I know. That means what we already know, isn't it? Here K stands for what I know and W stands for what I want to know. Yes, before going to a poem, here you can write what you already know in K part, and W part you can know what you want to know from this poem. Yes, indeed. So, we can write questions in that part. And L is what I have learned. So, here these 2 parts, K and W, we can write before going to that poem, and this part we can write after completing that poem. That means what I have learned we write after completing our poem, and this what I know and what I want to know. That means K and W part we can write before going to that poem, and this what I have learned. That means the L part we can write after completing that poem. Yes, indeed. So, now is it clear to you? K means what I know. That means what we know before going to that poem. And W means what I want to know. From that part, you get what you want to know from that poem. Yes, indeed. So, these 2 parts you have to write before going to that poem. Yes, indeed. And this part alone we have to write after completing that poem. Is it clear? K stands for what I know, W stands for what I want to know, and the L part stands for what I have learned. And this K and W, that means what I know and what I want to know, we will write before going to that poem. And L part, what I have learned, we write after completing that poem. Okay, then look at this chart. Here you can see a question. Fill in the first 2 columns of the KWL chart before you read the poem. Yes, the first 2 columns. Which are that columns? Yes, what I know column and what I want to know column. These 2 columns you have to fill before going to that poem. And the third column, that here, fill in the last column after reading the poem. So, this column, what I learned, column you have to write after filling that poem, okay? So what I learned column you have to write after completing this, okay? This poem. Okay, now, so I hope you clear. So we have three columns. First stands for K, second stands for W, and last stands for L. That means the first column we have what I know, and the second column we have what I want to know, and the third column, L column, we have what I learned. That means this column we have to write after completing that poem. Okay, is it clear? So shall we move to a poem? Okay. Please take your English content book and turn to page number 27. There you can see at block 5. Please look here. Yes, here we can see a boy and a river there. In river we can see boats, and either side of the river we can see trees, isn't it? And this boy is looking to that river. So children, title of our poem is Where Go the Birds? Where go the birds? This is our title, Where Go the Birds? And this poem coming under a genre poetry. Genre poetry. Poetry. And this poem is written by whom? Yes, here you can see this poem is written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Author is Robert Louis So, here the poem Where Go the Birds. So, title of the poem is Where Go the Birds. And this poem coming under the genre? Yes, we know that's a poem. So, it's coming under the genre poetry. And this poem is written by Robert Louis Stevenson. So, the author is very important. So, everybody please take your notebook and please write down this title to your notebook, and this author also, please write it down to your notebook. Okay. Author is Robert Louis Stevenson. Here we know that before going to that KWL chart, here we know that before going to that poem, we have to fill first two columns of our KWL chart. So that two columns we have to do before going to that poem. So please look at this picture very clearly. Yes, here we can see a boy. I already said that a river is there and boats there, and the water in that and some water flowing to that river, and either side of the river we can see trees, isn't it? And the title of the poem is Where Go the Birds. And here the title of our poem is Where Go the Birds. And here we can see a question mark. Why here a question mark? Yes, it is a question. Here the boy doesn't know where his birds gone. So it is a question mark. That means where go the birds. Okay. So before going to that poem, we can draw two columns in our board. And the first column you have to write what I know. And the second column, what I want So here we have two columns, what I know and what I want to know. These two columns we have to before going to that poem. So children, please tell me what I know or what you know about this poem. Yes, we know that here it is a poem. That means the genre is poetry. So poetry means or poetry is rhyme. So we can write poetry is rhymes. Is it clear? We know that poetry is rhymes, that we already know, isn't it? And poetry is rhymes and it's like a song. So we can write it is like a song. It is like a song. So here poetry is rhymes and it is like a song. Is it clear? So these two things we already know. So here we can write these two things. And one thing also we know. Yes, title of the poem. We just look at that. What is our title? Yes, where go the birds. So we know from the title itself we know that this poem is about birds. So we can write this poem is about birds. Is it clear? We already know that poetry is rhymes and here this poem is like a song and this poem is about birds. How we know that this poem is about birds? Yes, from the title itself we understood that. What is our title? Yes, where go the birds. So here these three things we already know. So you have to write these three things in this column, what I know. Okay. So look at this column here we can see, or our second column we can see what I want to know. That means before going to that poem, we have many doubts and we have many questions, isn't it? So you can write your questions this column and we get that and we get answer from a poem. Is it clear? So what is your questions? Tell me. So tell me your questions. Yes, here we can write. So here we can write what make a poem different from a story. Yes, we already know that poem and story is entirely different in structure and there are many different. So in this column you can write what make a poem different from a story. Is it clear? This is one of our question that we want to know, isn't it? Okay. Then we already familiar with the title. Yes, where do the birds go? So we have a doubt that which is that we want to know. Yes, already know that this poem is about birds from the title itself. So the title is where go the birds. So we can ask a question, where do the birds go in this poem? Is it clear? So this we want to know. Where do the birds go in this poem? So these two questions we want to know. Which is our questions? Yes. What make a poem different from a story? Isn't it? And the second question is where do the birds go in this poem? Here the title itself. And the second question is where do the birds go in this poem? We know that the title itself, this is a poem about birds. So we can ask a question, where do the boats go in this poem? I hope now you are very clear with these two things. This two, that means what I know and what I want to know. That means K and W. These two columns we have to write before going to that poem. And the final column we have to write after completing our poem. So please write down to these two columns in your notebook. Okay, is it clear? So please note it down to your notebook. And the final column we will draw after completing our poem. Okay. So shall we move to a poem? Yes, the title, we already said that the title is Where Go the Boats? And the writer is, or the poem is written by, or the poet is Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, is it clear? So, shall I read this poem? Okay, dark brown is the river, golden is the sand. It flows along forever with trees on either hand. Green leaves are floating, castles of the foam, boats of mine a boating, when will all come home? On goes the river and out past the mill, away down the valley, away down the hill, away down the river 100 miles or more, other little children shall bring my boats ashore. Is it clear? So, the first paragraph, dark brown is the river, golden is the sand. It flows along forever with trees on either hand. Yes, here we can see the poet says that the color of the river is dark brown. Why it is dark brown? Yes, we know that normally in rainy season the color of the river is dark brown. So, dark brown is the river, golden is the sand. Yes, the either side of the river we can see sand. So, the color of the sand is golden. And it flows along forever with trees on either hand. The water flows along forever, isn't it? It never stops. This process will continue forever. And with trees on either hand, yes, we can see, and both sides we can see trees, isn't it? So here our boy or our little child is looking at the river near his house, and he can see, yes, dark brown is the river. So the color of the water is dark brown. And either side of the river we can find sand. And it flows along forever. This process is continuous. And with trees on either hand. Thus, the both side of the river we can see trees. Yes, from this picture, is it clear to you, children? Okay. Then the second paragraph. Green leaves are floating, castles of foam, the boats of mine a boating, when will all come home? Here the boy could find green leaves are floating through that river and castles of foam. Yes, which is a new word, isn't it? So castles means palace. So castles means palaces, which means in palace normally, yes, palace is the home of kings and queens. So castles means palace. So please write it to your notebook, just like keywords as a title, and you can write castles means palaces. You can write your keywords with meanings, okay? Then castles of foam. Foam is also another new word. Foam means a thick, frothy substance. Then so many thick, frothy substance came together, it will make small, small bubbles. So we can write foam means so foam is a thick, frothy substance on water. So you have to write those keywords to your notebook with meaning, okay? Foam means a thick, frothy substance on water, and castles means palace. So the boy could find green leaves are floating to that water and castles of foam. That means he can see or he could see many castles in each and every side of water. Because how the castles are made? Yes, these castles are made by foam. Yes, indeed. That thick frothy substance came each and every side of the water and just like tiny bubbles, and that bubbles together make a castles or palace. And these boats of mine a boating, when will all come home? Yes, the boats of mine a boating. Here our boy made some boat and he put that boat to that river. And he is waiting. When will all come home? Yes, when his boats come home. We know that the flow of water is very high. So whenever we put a boat on that water, it will go very fastly. So boy waiting for his boats. From that time he could see these things. That means dark brown, which is the color of a river, and either side he could find golden colored sand. And this flow of water continue or flow forever. And with trees on either hand, in both sides of the river, the boy could find trees and green leaves also floating to that water and castles of foam. That means some small castles made by foam, and the boats of mine a boating, when will all come home? Yes, by looking to that river, the boy think that when my boats will come home. Is it clear? This two paragraph is clear? Okay. This two paragraph I will read again. That means dark brown is the river, golden is the sand. It flows along forever with trees on either hand. Green leaves are floating, castles of foam, boats of mine are boating, when will all come home? Shall we move to next paragraph? Okay. On goes the river and out past the mill, away down the valley, away down the hill. We know that the river in the water goes away, more water will come, isn't it? This process will continue forever. So our little boy made some toy boat and put that boat into that river, and this water took that boat, isn't it? So boy was waiting for that boat. Is it clear? So the toy boat made by the boy goes through that river and out past the mill. Mill means? Yes, it's a new word. Mill is a factory or a place where things made. Okay. So mill is a factory. So the toy boat made by the boy put that river, and the river took that toy boat and out past the mill. That means his boat or his toy boat passed that mill or the factory. Okay. And away down the valley, yes, it will goes down the valley and away down the hill. We know that the flow of water is very high. So it took that toy boat and it passed the mill and down the valley and down the hill. And this boy is waiting for his toy boat. So on goes the river and out past the mill, away down the valley, away down the hill. In fourth paragraph, we can see away down the river, 100 miles or more, other little children shall bring my boat ashore. Yes, in final paragraph, away down the river, that means 100 miles or more. Yes, we know that, or the boy know that his boat traveled 100 miles or more, isn't it? Because the flow of water is very high. So the boy think that away down the river or 100 miles or more, other children shall bring my boat ashore. So from 100 miles or more, we know that there may be many children who were playing by using this water boats made by this little boy, isn't it? So the boy think that they may be took his boat to home, isn't it? That away down the river 100 miles or more, other little children shall bring my boats ashore. Is it clear? So from this paragraph we understood that this little boy and the other children were separated by 100 miles, but they can share their toy boats, isn't it? How, yes, this river took that toy boats. Is it clear? Yes, here we can see a small boy. He made some toy boat and put that toy boat to the river, and the river took that toy boat, and the toy boat passed the mill and down the valley, down the hill, and the boy thinks that yes, 100 miles or more, there may be children who took his toy boat. Sure, isn't it? Yes, here the boy and his friends were separated by many miles, but they can share their toy boats, isn't it? Because of this river or the flow of the river or flow of water. Is it clear? Okay. So, after completing these two columns and first and second column, that means K and W, that means what I know and what I want to know column, we already completed before going to that poem. And after completing this poem, you have to write the final column. Which is our final column? Yes, final column we can see what I learned. Is it clear? So, please note this keywords to your notebook with meaning, okay? And the final column, you can see what I learned. So, in final column, you have to write what you learned from this poem. So, this is an homework, isn't it? These two columns I have already written in blackboard. So, please write that two columns in your notebook, and after completing that two columns, you please go through the poem and you have to fill this column, okay? Is it clear? So, simply say this poem is about a little child who wanders by looking that river near his house, isn't it? And he made some toy boat and put that toy boat to the river, and the river took that toy boat, and he think that many 100 miles or more, some children took his toy boat and they take his toy boat to home. So even though the boy and the other children were separated by 100 miles, they can share their toy boat, isn't it? And the toy boat passed by a mill and down the valley and down the hill to reach 100 miles. Is it clear? So these things you have to write. The final column, which is our final column? Yes, the L column. What? I learned. Yes, in a final column you can write the small summary of this poem. Is it clear? So, after completing your final column, you can send to me, okay? So, how this KWL chart to study this poem? Yes, this KWL chart in K part helps us. Yes, just revise what I know or what we know, isn't it? And then the W part, we have many questions about this poem. We just read the title only. So by looking that title, we have many doubts. So we can write the doubts as a form of a question, and after completing this whole poem, we can answer that question, isn't it? Which is our question? Do you remember how this poem we write? How this poem and story is different. We know that from the structure itself it is different. This poem is very short paragraph, isn't it? And the second question is, where do the boats go? Yes, at last we know that the boats take by some children who are in 100 miles or more, isn't it? So, toy boat travel many long distance here. Where do our boats go? Yes, and finally our boats take by some children who are playing 100 miles or more. Is it clear? So this KWL chart helps us to what we already know, to just revise that, and what we want to know from that, this or any poem. And after completing these two columns, we can go through that poem, and finally we have to write what I learned. That means what you learned from this poem. So the K part helps us what you already know, and the W part helps us what you want to know. That means what you want to know from this poem. So it is research. That means searching what you need to know. So that means in W part, your research, or you make a small research from that poem, isn't it? After completing that poem, you can write what we learned that poem. Okay, is it clear? Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.